The evolution of our Department of English to an Institute of English Studies at the Punjab University is the result of a global Big Bang, expanding English literature beyond the Anglosphere to intersections with other planetary disciplines. Our new sun is digital humanities, and we are amongst the first institutions in Pakistan to undertake a voyage into this creative orbit. The introduction of this subject has equipped our students with a sophisticated skill set for data collection, analysis, and structuring, all with ease and in a minimum amount of time. The possibilities are endless and the outcomes extremely accurate. In an age where research in the arts and humanities is disparaged as unscientific and dreamy, digital humanities quantifies the qualitative and generates interdisciplinary data. It results in unique scientific insights from aesthetic and artistic exploration through the application of computational tools and methods. Moreover, digital humanities has opened up innumerable job opportunities for our students because equipped with this new skill set, they have access to job opportunities in web designing, public policy, administration, social media, law, and many others.
For me, digital humanities is about revisiting traditional research in humanities. I see it as a sizzling AI recipe, a digital instruction manual, which helps me see literary texts as vivid maps, connecting and layering big data around them. I take pride in inspiring my students to realize IES's first digital project on visualizing the correlation between colors, emotions, and sentiments in the unabridged journals of Sylvia Plath. Keeping up the spirit to renew our literary engagements with texts, our introductory course on digital humanities excites students to deliberate on what might we gain if we begin to use computational tools to do something that only they can do. What would we learn if we could compare the frequency of ellipses in 4 volumes of poetry? What could we unravel if we read every piece of prose published in the 18th century? How would it change our understanding of fiction if we laid them out as cartographic expressions? What would it mean to read a classic drama as a distributed crowd?
Digital humanities, for me, it's barriers coming down with boundless possibilities, which are associated with literature. Using technology to expedite research and do it on a colossal scale. Burroughs' book titled Computation into Criticism, a study of Jane Austen's novels, is an illustration of how computation can offer insight into works of the past. What transpires from this intriguing study is not a game with numbers, but rather the foundation for more interesting literary and language-based analysis. With the advent of the digital, you could supplement your research by employing a wide range of tools. On Voyant Tools, there is a sample corpus that performs a text analysis of a corpus of Jane Austen's novels as a means to recognize patterns across these texts. The word cloud regenerates each time the text is opened, and it visualizes the frequency of the terms being used throughout the text. Although readers would be able to read the entirety of the Jane Austen corpus, it is unlikely that they would be able to map patterns in the same way that a text analysis software is able to. Without close reading though, the data we come up with is relatively meaningless. As such, the tools work in tandem with their human user.
As an academic and a researcher, I am interested in navigating the ways in which post-colonial paradigms intersect with digital humanities. In modern age, the nexus between race and technology draws our attention to the power politics in digital spaces. Therefore, through my teaching of English literature at the Institute of English Studies, I encourage students to examine artificial intelligence as a system used by the West for the production and dissemination of knowledge or truth. Such digital imperialism calls for decolonizing artificial intelligence that would allow vulnerable communities to recreate their reality. I hope this pedagogical method will motivate the students to take part in conversations about decentering Western dominance in the digital world.
We are currently working on a PhD project which is titled The Enabling and Disabling Potential of Artificial Intelligence in the Speculative Fiction of M.R. Carey and Becky Chambers. This research aims to foreground the technological colonization invading hypothetical and real post-normal realities of the world where children have become aggressive and insensitive due to excessive technological exposure. Additionally, this research study will be categorized as a contribution to the field of medical humanities and critical disability studies, as it also grapples with bioethical implications and moral ambiguities associated with artificial intelligence. Besides advanced research, the Institute of English Studies at University of Punjab, Lahore has its focus on the cultural implications of the current digital revolution after the age of legacy media forms like television and radio. Humanities disciplines are being profoundly influenced by digitization, computation, and other machine-based algorithmic models to generate questions that are anchored in cultural studies.